Afternoon, everybody. It is 7:06 here on a Thursday. I've been gone since 10:30 this morning and got home around 4 something. I was not, I'll start with the pharmacy. Well, the whole building, their internet kept going in and out, or like me and you, Mike. Obviously, everybody's having internet issues, and they kept losing their internet and then getting it and then losing it. And their internet is what, keeps the files of your prescriptions and everything. And me and about 15 other people were standing around waiting for our prescriptions. And mine was through the internet, but they couldn't get it off the internet. They got 3 finally off about 30 minutes later of me sitting there and everybody else just, getting upset. But they couldn't get the rest of the internet. It kept going in and out. So we ended up asking them, well, can you transfer our prescriptions to another pharmacy, Walgreens, Eckert's? I don't know. And the internet is what transfers them. So we couldn't, none of us could get even our prescriptions transferred to another place because the whole building's internet was going out. I mean, you couldn't even pull up people's files. And so the head honcho over the internet or whatever it is in the building told let them know that, hey, we're going to have to shut the internet down. Let them know that, it's been doing it all week, and we're all going to have to come back Friday, Saturday, or Sunday to be able to get our prescriptions. So I came home with none of my prescriptions that I was supposed to pick up today. And I mean, that's not the ones I have. See, I pick some up on the 12th. I pick a section, 6 of them up today on the 14th, and then I pick some up on the 19th. 3 times a month I pick up 4, 6, and 8 bottles of different medications of prescriptions. So I couldn't, and the ones I needed today was, I had finally got re-prescribed my intestinal spasm medicine, so I couldn't get that. So I'm having to wait till my better half comes home this weekend, and I have to go down there. That one, I wasn't able to get my muscle relaxers. My Zoloft for the antidepressant. See, my migraine medicine. And let's see here, my migraine medicine, my muscle relaxers. I'm forgetting what I was saying. Muscle relaxers. Gabapentin, for my neuropathy and reticulopathy, which got raised again. Now I'm at, we kept the 800 milligrams, but now we're doing it 2 every 2.5 to 3 hours. So I'm taking, in a 12-hour period, I'm trying to think what the, so 1,600 and just one every 3 hours. I'm going to do 3, 6, 9, so 4. So I can't think. 16 and 16 is 32. And then 32 and 32, that is 64, 74, 75, 6, 7, 6, 9, 80. 8,000 milligrams a day is what they raised me to today. So it's muscle relaxers, gabapentin, migraine medicine, my gut medicine, and my bone marrow medicine, and something else. There's another one I was supposed to pick up today. Zoloft. So I didn't get any of them, and I'm completely out of them as of this morning. No, today is my last. So when I go to bed tonight, I'll take my last dose, and then I'm out Friday, Saturday, and I'll go down Sunday and get it. So that's that. My Christmas present is 5, 43, 22, 21, 20. Is on the The 22nd. Let me see. 22nd of December. So my Christmas present will be a colonoscopy and an endoscopy, or however that word is, on the 22nd. That's my precious gift I get for Christmas. I've never had it done. I had a CT scan done today, and didn't come back too well. I mean, I've got tons of paperwork. And like you see right here, me jotting down what the heck it is. My new results. I wouldn't have went if it wasn't for my medication, and if I hadn't already found out what my results were. Let's see here what I'm going to go through. A lot of this is not good, guys, and I'm not too tickled. I remember I told you guys they found 3 bacteria. Making sure I don't mess up anything here. I'm lost, guys, so hold on. On my, how would I put this? Where is it at? Parasites. They found parasites through my pap smear. Hang on, I'm trying to find which one was where the heck it is, because my mind is lost. And here we go. It's on the back. First they did my pap smear, and they found Coca bacilli, which is a rickets, Rocky Mountain spotted fever. As far as I know, it's a Haemophilus influenza. So I got, which is part of Rocky Mountain spotted fever. So they found that on my pap smear. I have severe inflammation, which is, and it's written down right on this paper, which you see the circle where she circled it. No, I'm sorry, the second one. The second one is a candidate. A candidate species are present. Fungal organisms consistent of candida, I don't know how to really say that word, species are present. So I showed candida, which is, we all know is Lyme. I also found the Coca bacilli present inside my pap smear. Let's see here, what else? The 3 of the, I told you guys they found 3 bacteria. One is a parasite, but I have severe inflammation. That's the candidate. I have intestinal, through my large and small intestines, have severe flora overgrowth or yeast overgrowth. If I said that right. Tularemia popped up, and flagella, which I already knew I had flagella. I just didn't know it. I knew I had tularemia too, but I didn't know it went from just when they found it in my bloodstream. Now it's all down in the vajayjay area, and I found that. So that was the pap smear one. And they did find clue cells due to the cyst and mass. And right now they do not want to do anything down there. They just want to keep an eye on it. They don't want to do nothing. And they're hoping that they'll burst. In which I don't want something down there to burst. And they're not going to, right now they don't want to do a, oh, my mind's gone, a clean out, a hysterectomy right now at all, because of that issue, and they don't want to mess with that issue in case it happens, you know, it bursts or whatever happens to when a cyst bursts. So I've got to deal with that. They found squamous metaplastic cells. I'm reading here, but no, I don't have any HPVs. I don't have chlamydia or gonorrhea or gonococcus, whatever that word is. I don't have any of that. So that was the part of the pap smear. I'm going to put that one up. Also, the stuff I was talking to you guys that kept spreading, that's part of the tularemia. So I've got to deal with that. I'm reading, guys, as I'm going here. And a bacterium. I mean, now I got parasites. So here we are on my BMP. My sodium, my potassium, my chloride, and my CO2 levels are borderline high, which I'm going to just go down. Sodium is hypernatremia, which gives me kidney issues, which I already know I have kidney issues. Potassium is hyperkalemia, which abnormal heart rhythms. I already know that because it's already messed up my heart issues. Chloride is the hyperchloremia, dehydration. I'm trying to think here. Bicarbonate, that's part of the heart valves. That's my Bartonella. And I got another Bartonella that showed up because I have too much calcium. So that's this one. Calcium, yeah. Got that one. There's that one down. My pH level on my pap smear shows candidate. So, which is high. And I have still showing hemolytic anemia on this testing. This is my wet mount. I told you guys about the 3 bacteria and parasites. And they also show candidate, which I have a high white blood count, high EPI, clue cells, and it shows bacteria, which shows 3 right here. Oh, sorry, 3. So all that, but it didn't show trichomoniasis, so I don't show that. And it shows I have no yeast infection down there. But I have tularemia and I have a candidate down there. I have a candidate but intestinal tract yeast overgrowth, but I don't have no yeast infection down in the vajayjay area. So that's freaky. I got to research, guys, on that. This is my liver function test. My ALT and my ASTs are severely inflamed and abnormally moderate. Not abnormally moderate. I'm reading the one below it. My total protein is moderately abnormal. My ALT and my ASTs are borderline abnormal, which is the inflammation in my liver. So my liver is inflamed. I just haven't figured out exactly what part of that is. My CBC, my platelets, and my OTDIF. I don't know what that means. My white blood count is severely high, and that's due to my bone marrow issue I've got. My HCT and my MCV is high, abnormal. My MCH is abnormally high, and obviously it's got to do with B12, so I'm not getting enough B12 up in there. That's on that one. That's those results. I'm not including the flagella they found, but I don't have Lyme. Remember, I don't have Lyme. I don't have co-infections, but they're showing Candida and their flagella and the Rocky Mountain spotted fever, Coccobacilla, which I have Rocky Mountain spotted fever. So, yeah, that's my new crap. I've got organisms and parasites and what's the word? Bacteriums, which are short rods, twisted, short, thick, flat rods. Spirochete, Lyme. And I didn't know tularemia was known as a rabbit fever. I mean, I'm still having to research a lot of this, guys. But I'm upset. I didn't get to get my medicines. I spent an hour and a half waiting just to be sent off. And I got to wait till this weekend to get them. It's been a long day. I've been gone since 10, and I got home almost at 5. But the intestinal issue is the most thing I'm worried about because it's severely inflamed. And I mean, I've got a lot of infection, as they put it, in there. And I don't know what that would mean because I have no gallbladder. And my liver function test was high. And my kidneys are, it shows infection in the kidneys. And now all the 4 new, I think it's 4 new of my co-infections now showing down in the female area, and then the cyst and the mass down there they don't want to do shit with. And I'm tired of being handed medication and go, here, this will help, there, here, this will help. I don't want to take all this medication. I just want all that dealt with. I want to get that dealt with. And I'm hoping on the 22nd when I do the whole endoscopy and colonoscopy thing, they find out what's going on since I've got an infection in small and large intestines, and I don't know. I'm so done. I mean, it was pretty some part of the day today, but it was cold. Breezy. It's cold outside. My dogs are standing out here whining right now. You get to the point, it's like, I don't want to know the results anymore. You know what? I don't care. If you find cancer, don't tell me. And that's what upsets me. This CDC doctor, Miss Sussman, she goes by CDC books, what CDC states she believes in. But yet she's sitting there telling me, yeah, you've got co-infections, you've got Candida, and you've got flagella, and you've got tularemia, and you got this, and you got this, but you're co-infections of Lyme. And Rocky Mountain spotted fever now, since my Rocky Mountain spotted fever decided to go hitch a ride down in my vajayjay area. And all along, this crap that was going all over my arm was part of a co-infection. And she's telling me I've got all these co-infections now that's completely irrigated itself and hatched and made more babies and sex and all that crap up in my guts and my intestines and small and large and my female parts. They waited too long to tell me what I had. I'm so angry. Because she wouldn't even say, when I kept telling her, I'm like, yeah, that's Lyme co-infections. That's what she did. Meaning it was like, yeah, it is. But I go by the CDC, so I can't state it. Because she might get fired since she goes by CDC. But she's like, yep. Oh my God, and they're worried about and I got to stay calm because I'm freaking out right now too. Again, high blood pressure. I'm keeping a high blood pressure, and they were talking about I need to go and get a blood pressure cuff and keep an eye on my blood pressure because it's staying above 150s and up. And I'm not, and I was calm. I already knew my results. I was just waiting for her to say, you ain't got it, and I'd call BS on her. But I cannot get my blood pressure to drop. And they are worried because I've had so many mini strokes. And they told me to stay calm, and I need to go to, I think it's All Good drugstore or Walgreens or whatever, and I need to pick up a blood pressure cuff and a stethoscope and keep an eye on my blood pressure because it is not dropping. So, and I was calm. Or my new symptom on my big toes. Oh my God, people, my big toes, I swear to God they weren't my toes. They were anybody else's toes, but they weren't mine. They still aren't mine. It felt like my big toes got cut off and some strange alien toes got sewed on. They did not feel my toes. And then it went to the bottom of my feet. As I walked, it did not feel, it still don't feel like my feet. And she told me, she says, you are losing circulation in your legs. I said, well, I have radiculopathy in my legs. It's in the paperwork. She says, I understand that. She said, but obviously your nerves are so severely pinched. Even when you're moving or sitting, it is not helping get circulation to your feet. She said, which I can lose my feet. She said, so you need to at least spend 4 to 6 hours with a heating pad or a hot towel wrapped around your feet to bring circulation to them, because you could lose your feet. Now, this is what a CDC doctor told me, which, I mean, I understand, but I'm not going to keep my feet wrapped up in that heating pad. And she's like, or put thick socks on. And I said, well, I've got Uggs, you know, the Ugg boots, the fuzzy Uggs. I love them, but they're ugly. Ugg. And she's like, well, you need to keep your feet elevated and always warm, because you could have a chance of losing your feet now that you are completely getting to that level where my feet are not my feet no more. But I'm glad she raised my serotonin. I don't know how that's going to affect me, knowing I'm having to take it every 3 hours. So, but hopefully you guys had a good day. I didn't. I'm trying to stay peppy, happy when I'm not. I'm sad and depressed. I don't want to cry. But hopefully you found your silver lining for the day, because remember, guys, if you don't, no one else will. God bless.